Chris Rock getting slapped by Will Smith is all anyone can talk about, but it's not the first time the comedian's jokes have got him into trouble. Did he really go there at the 2016 Oscars? And who called him the most unpleasant celebrity they had ever met? Here's a look at Rock's shady side. In 2018, a clip resurfaced from a 2011 HBO special, Talking Funny, featuring Louis C.K., Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, and Ricky Gervais. In the viral clip, Louis C.K. uses the N-word multiple times. The conversation then shifts to comedians using the N-word on stage, as Louis C.K. admits to using it in both his comedy sets and personal life. Chris Rock seems to laugh it all off, while Seinfeld is adamant about not using the word at all.
Well, you found the humor of it.
Yeah.
I haven't found it.
Right.
Nor do I seek it.
When the clip went viral in 2018, people were stunned to see Rock laugh off Louis C.K. using the N-word in front of him multiple times and not pushing back against white comedians using it. Some felt that this was a missed opportunity for Rock to educate others about the usage of the word and its implications. Comedian Wayne Brady expressed his thoughts to TMZ, saying, "Louis C.K. shouldn't have been saying it. Chris Rock shouldn't have signed off on it." Rock never publicly responded to the backlash. When Chris Rock hosted the Oscars in 2016, he stepped into the line of fire. At the time, the Oscars were facing intense backlash for the lack of diversity in nominations and in the voting committee. The comedian didn't shy away from the conversation during his opening monologue, but it wasn't until later in the ceremony that he caused controversy. Rock brought out 3 Asian children on stage and introduced them to the crowd as the most dedicated, accurate, and hard-working representatives in Oscars accounting. The audience laughed in response to the joke, but Rock knew not everyone would find it funny. He ended the skit by saying, "If anybody's upset about that joke, just tweet about it on your phone that was also made by these kids." The response from the Asian community was swift, with many demanding an apology. Actor Constance Wu tweeted, "To parade little kids on stage with no speaking lines merely to be the butt of a racist joke is reductive and gross, antithesis of progress." More than 25 Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences members sent a letter to the Academy demanding an explanation for the culturally insensitive remarks. Rock himself did not comment on the backlash, but the Academy did release a public apology. In 2019, Chris Rock shared a popular meme of Whitney Houston on Instagram that said, "Me sitting in a meeting that could have been an email," with the caption, "Hurry up, I got crack to smoke." People in the comments didn't find the humor in Rock poking fun at Houston's past drug use and described it as tasteless. One person in particular didn't find it funny at all, Houston's ex-husband, Bobby Brown. He commented under the post multiple times, writing, "During this time of women empowerment, you chose to use your time to try and humiliate our queen. I thought you was a friend of the family." Rock didn't address the negative comments from fans or Bobby Brown, but it's safe to say he knew he was in the wrong because he later deleted the post. Tambourine is Chris Rock's 6th stand-up comedy special and his first special with Netflix. In the special, he gets candid about his divorce from Malaak Compton after 16 years of marriage and about how it's mostly his fault.
Dude, I was not like a good husband. I was f***ed up, you know?
He described some of the mistakes he made in his marriage, like letting his ego get the best of him. The title of the special is derived from a comparison he makes on stage between marriage and being in a band. Rock explained, "Sometimes you sing lead, and sometimes you're on tambourine. And if you're on tambourine, play it right, because nobody wants to see a mad tambourine player." Rock went further into detail about the mistakes he made in his marriage by admitting to cheating on his wife multiple times while on tour and developing a porn addiction. With all these revelations, it's no surprise that the couple divorced. In 2017, an audience at the Comedy Cellar let Chris Rock know exactly how they felt about his new material. According to Page 6, Rock took to the stage and joked that he won't hire women anymore because they like to, quote, cry rape for money. He even name-dropped Harvey Weinstein, saying, "Weinstein f***ed with me by trying to have me star in the worst movies of all time." Rock reportedly bombed so terribly that no one in the audience laughed during his set. Instead, he was met with a chorus of boos and was called a sexist pig by an audience member. Comedian Jeff Ross was on stage after him and made note of Rock's disastrous performance by joking, "Now that we got that Chris Rock kid out of the way." In 2015, former basketball star Lamar Odom made headlines after his near-fatal overdose at a Nevada brothel left him in a coma. Odom and his wife at the time, Khloe Kardashian, called off their divorce as he slowly recovered. When news of his condition spread, he was met with an outpouring of prayers and support. However, Chris Rock had a different approach. He posted a meme on his Twitter that read, "Here's to Lamar Odom on being the first guy in history to have coke and hookers save his marriage," and captioned it, "Stay strong, Lamar." The meme making light of a scary scary time for Odom left some to view the post as insensitive and shameful. It's a comedian's job to find the humor in things, but considering Odom had just gotten out of a coma and was still hospitalized, some people found it a bit too soon to joke about the matter. In 2017, when ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith made light of Odom's addiction, Odom tweeted out a statement from his representative, stating that his disease should never be used as the butt of a joke. With a career in Hollywood as long as Chris Rock's, it's not a surprise that he's made some enemies along the way. No one has been as outspoken about their dislike for Rock as UK TV host Richard Madeley has. He first made mention of his dislike for the comedian after GQ magazine asked him about the most unpleasant celebrity he had to interview. After Will Smith made Oscars history by slapping Chris Rock on stage, Madeley let his feelings be known again. On Good Morning Britain, he told his co-host that he does not support Smith's actions, but he still doesn't like Chris Rock.
He was the most unpleasant, rude, aggressive, unlikable human being I've ever interviewed on camera.
Rock's attitude was allegedly so terrible that they had to edit around it. Madeley added, "In my book, he's the most unpleasant celebrity I've ever had the misfortune to meet, but I wouldn't have punched him." Chris Rock's 2009 documentary Good Hair explored the relationship between black women and their hair. It features interviews with celebrities, hairstylists, and women around the world. Rock stated that the inspiration behind this documentary was his daughter, telling MTV, "One day I was in the car with my daughter and her little girlfriend who happened to be white, and she was raving about her girlfriend's hair, and she used the words good hair to describe it, and it kind of made me jump a little bit." Though the film tackled real issues, it still had a humorous tone, leaving some black women unhappy. Some felt that he set them up to be laughed at in front of the whole world, especially by other races. Rock brushed off those criticisms on the Oprah Winfrey Show.
You're trying to call us out.
No!
Yes, you are.
The 2009 film began trending after Rock poked fun at Jada Pinkett Smith's hair at the Oscars in 2022. Pinkett Smith, who has alopecia, was seemingly upset when Rock made a G.I. Jane reference to her shaved head. Twitter users drew the comparison between the film and Rock's joke. Hairstylist Elgin Charles, who appeared in Good Hair, tweeted, "Hair is a very sensitive subject for many women of color, black women in particular. Chris Rock knows this better than most because he produced a documentary called Good Hair." Another user tweeted, "It's ironic how Chris Rock made a whole documentary about black women called Good Hair, but then gets smacked for making fun of a black woman's hair." Chris Rock poking fun at the Smiths during the Oscars didn't start in 2022. While hosting the Oscars in 2016, Rock used his monologue to poke fun at the couple for calling for a boycott of the Oscars because of the lack of diversity among nominees, including Will getting snubbed for his performance in the film Concussion. Rock's monologue included the jabs, "Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited." And, "It's not fair that Will was this good and didn't get nominated. It's also not fair that Will was paid $20 million for Wild Wild West." The joke seemed to be in good fun, with the Smiths seemingly brushing it all off. However, nothing could prepare us for what would unfold between the two during the 2022 Oscars. As Rock took the stage to present the Oscar for Best Documentary Feature, his opening jokes included the Smiths. It started off as lighthearted before he mentioned G.I. Jane, in reference to Jada's shaved head. As the audience laughed, Will stormed the stage and smacked Rock. Audiences in the theater and at home first thought it was a planned stunt, before an upset Will Smith could be heard screaming, "Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth" at Chris Rock. Rock looked startled, but he kept the show moving. Later on in the ceremony, Smith won Best Actor, emotionally apologized to the Academy, and talked about being a fierce defender of his family, like his character Richard Williams. His acceptance speech didn't mention Rock, but Smith later apologized to him on Instagram. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about celebrities are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.